Oh my gosh. Hi. We're gonna catch up because the last time that I made a video was 30 days ago. Hey, how you doing? That's a long time. And guess what? It's not sponsored. You guys, listen, first things first, how are you doing? Good? I hope so. And if you're not, I understand. The world is absolutely a dumpster fire and it is hard to exist in 2025. I think I've said that probably 50,000 times since this year has started, and it just rings true and more valid every single day. It's just, I'm like, yeah, we've made it. We're alive and we're here. And if you're still here and you're working on you, I'm really proud of you. Can I tell you what the hell has been going on the last 30 days? If you follow me on Instagram, even if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you have no idea what I'm about to tell you what's going on. But you guys remember how I was fostering Duckie and then I adopted Duckie, our dog? We've had an interesting month. It's been, oh man. When we got Duckie, we rescued Duckie from the Florida Pointer Rescue. The most amazing people. They rescue all of their animals from euthanasia. That's their gig. So if the animal is about to be euthanized, they go into these places and save these animals. Dogs, cats, horses, animals, all of them. They saved them so they're not euthanized. So Duckie, he was saved a couple of years ago, or no, like a year and a half ago. They had him. He lived on the farm for 9 months. Easygoing guy, no issues, nothing. He even was like a lifesaver dog or like a hero dog. He donated blood several times to his pals out there at the farm who were struggling. He's a big hero, okay? So when we brought him home, we noticed he had a cough and ears bad. Because he was one of a bajillion animals out there and they live on a farm and it's like they get to just live in peace. He wasn't showing any signs of anything because he's an easygoing guy. And if they're not showing signs and these people are taking care of 1,000 animals, they're not going to see his ears. They're not checking the ears of every dog. They're just not. So he had a double ear infection when we got him. He was on steroids, antibiotics. His ears are great now. They're fantastic. They're perfect. We also found out in that first appointment he has a heart murmur and chronic bronchitis, like chronic allergies. All of those things were taken care of with the first round of medication and everything. We're like, perfect, awesome, amazing. So a few weeks ago, Duckie, one day, like after steroids had finished, it was not long after, and I want to mention on steroids they make you hungry, so he was eating like a psychopath when he was on them, and he's already obese, and he would sometimes try and eat his poop, and we would like try, and that was a thing. Well, not even a week after his steroids ends, he starts not eating, not drinking, and then the next day I look out while he's going to the bathroom and he was shitting blood. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, I could say he's pooping. That'd probably be that's how you say it. He was pooping out straight up blood. Blood. Pooping blood. Mortifying. Horrible. So scary. So we immediately pack him up in the car. I'm like, here we go. I have so much trauma with Trixie. Trixie was the healthiest dog, had the most perfect teeth, never had to take her to a vet for other than her like yearly checkup ever. She was never sick. Never sick until the day that she died. Never. So for me, seeing him poop out blood, I'm like, here we go. Like, I cannot handle this. Like, he's going to die. I honestly, genuinely believed he was going to die. I'm like, this is my nightmare. I love him and I'm going to be devastated. So we took him to the vet and he was pooping blood and he threw up a couple of times. It was scary. And there was a very short turnaround between us going from here to the vet. Like very, very short, like 30 minutes it took me from him pooping blood to get to the vet. I don't mess around. We get him there and they say they took his blood, they checked everything and they're like, okay, his blood work was okay. But they said he had HGE, which is hemorrhagic gastritis. Okay, so we got antibiotics. He had a bunch of fluids. Like, we did all of that. If you have dogs or animals and you go to the vet, you already know how much that costs. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, okay. A week later, still pooping blood, still not himself. And I'm like, what is going on? So we take him back to the vet and they're like, oh, he might have, what did they say he had? Something, colitis. I don't know. They were just like, here's more probiotics. Here's a different food. We can run all these tests on his gut to see if maybe something's going on. The next day after that vet visit, he pooped blood again, and then I look in it and it's straight up worms. If I could share this video with y'all, I swear to you, you'd be shook. So I called the vet and I'm like, ring-a-ling-a-ling, hey, just looked at his poop and there's like literally moving worms in it. They're like, okay, grab some of it and bring it up tomorrow. He had hookworms. He has hookworms. Had hookworms. So we just got done doing a 10-day dewormer, and he's not fully himself yet. He still has the runs a little bit. Like his poop is just not quite ready, but the dewormer seems to have taken care of that issue. So this is all of me to tell you this. Check your dog's poop first, okay? I didn't realize, and I'm not bashing the vet, because honestly, I believe that they were reacting to my panic, because you can imagine, you guys know me well enough by now, you know, I'm a psycho, and I'm like, please save my dog. So I'm like, he's pooping blood, and I think they were just treating whatever I was saying was going on and not looking too much further into it, and I genuinely don't blame them. I blame myself for not holding it together enough to just have them dig deeper. I'm more like, please help him, fix him, oh my gosh, anything to help him. So I learned a lot of lessons, because I did not know the vet business was like a money-making business. And again, I'm not saying that this vet was intentionally trying to get money out of us. I'm not saying that. Did they get a lot of money out of us? Absolutely they did. So much money. It's fine. I'm fine. But I didn't know how to advocate for my dog, because I'm not a pet person. I've never had a bunch of pets. I had childhood dogs. I didn't take care of them like that. Like, I just loved them, and my parents handled all that mess. I never did anything when it came to like advocating for an animal or even knowing much about the vet, because I never went to the vet like that with Trixie. It was not a thing. I've gone to the vet like 17 times since I've gotten this dog. And I just want to tell you, advocate for a fecal. When in doubt, check their poop, because worms are easy to get, really easy to get, especially for dogs. He definitely picked it up here, not at the farm. He definitely got it here at our house. I think it was from eating his poop. We have stray cats that like run the neighborhood. We're very good about picking up stuff, but like they can pick it up. So that's been a fucking shit show, if I'm being honest with you. I just cussed a lot. That's been a freaking poop show. That was the most traumatizing. This whole experience of getting Duckie has been beautiful, because he is literally an angel. He is the best dog ever. Kind, gentle, amazing. But he has been ill with something since we've gotten him. And the pooping, puking, the blood, health anxiety, like, you guys know me. It literally consumed my entire life trying to make sure this dog stayed alive and is okay. I can confirm today, June 12th, Thursday, he's alive and he's okay, and I think he's on the mend. I don't know. That was just the most traumatizing experience. I feel like I've shared a bunch of it on Instagram, because so many people love Duckie, as they should, because he's an angel. He's an angel boy, and I am like very heavily now into the foster rescue side of dog life. If I may end up fostering and rescuing a bunch of animals. Honestly, if I'm given the chance, I'm going to do it again, because they just deserve so much. These dogs are angels. These dogs, cats, they're just angel children, and they deserve the best, and he deserves to feel good. But he's morbidly obese, and like, we cannot be focusing on his weight loss journey if he is just trying to live, man. So it has been so stressful taking care of him and just making sure he's okay. And it's also been extremely expensive. But like, when you get a dog, I mean, you kind of have to just have it in your mind that you're going to end up spending money on them, or you could potentially end up spending a lot of money on them. But I genuinely had no idea the vet business was like a cash grab, because every single time I went to the doctors, they changed the food, like a prescription food. We had prescription food. I got 3 different kinds of prescription food. And if you've never bought prescription food for an animal before, it's insane. And my dog is 100 pounds. So just imagine what prescription food costs $80 for like a 6-pound bag. He's a 100-pound dog. Just imagine it. I had no idea. I'm like, they're just giving the food. In my mind, I'm like, he needs it, obviously, because it's like a prescription. And they're saying, okay, give him this probiotic, this antibiotic, this anti-diarrhea, and he needs this food so that his poop will be better. And I'm like, done. Okay, fine. $1,000, $1,000, $1,000, $1,000. What? What? It was so stressful. So this is me serving you a PSA. If you're an anxious, health anxiety person and you're deciding to foster or adopt a dog, they could potentially have worms. Check their poop. Just from being at your house, they could eat their own poop. Like, check them for worms, check them for worms, check them for worms. So now, our whole family, the humans, we're all on a dewormer. Our whole family is doing the new Vita detox, which is, I do it pretty often with Everett because he eats dirt and he poops out pinworms pretty often on this detox. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to try it. But because we didn't know he had worms, and he did, bad, like bad, hookworms, bad. We're all now doing a detox as well. Every single one of us, the kids, me, and John. So that's been fun. You guys, I've learned so much as a pet owner in the last 60 days that I'm very proud of myself. I feel like it's actually, I think I've talked about this before. It's not just with the dog, but like God has put me through a series of tests. The house burning down almost 3 years ago. Both of my children being on the spectrum. I don't feel like that's a test necessarily, but like he has set me up to get through these things to show me that I can get through them. Like the stomach bug saga of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and like the flu, we had that all at the same time. I just genuinely believe, I have to believe, that he's doing these things, not doing these things, but he's giving me these situations to prove to myself that I can survive and get through hard stuff. Now, is there way harder things going on in the world that people are going through? People are sick, dying, fighting for their lives, being ripped from their homes. Like there's so much crazy shit going on. Like I know that my dog having worms is small potatoes, but for me, and just like anything for anyone, we're all going through something, and somebody else's something is probably harder or is more difficult, but that doesn't take away from what you're experiencing and going through. And that's how I feel about this situation. I didn't eat. I like could not eat. I have been so stressed. I have lost, probably since you guys have seen me, I've probably lost about 13 pounds since the last time I was on here. So hey, that's stress. I couldn't even take the shot on time because my stomach was so tore up because I was just so insanely worried. But now I feel more confident. I'm like, okay, he had diarrhea, rice, like I've learned a lot. Are you a pet people? I need you to tell me. We're looking into making his food because when I talk to the vet about things, see, this is like where I'm like, red flags, not red flags, because I appreciate them taking care of my dog. When I called, they got us in, they took care of him. In my mind, they saved his life. Like he was pooping blood and they helped him. They got fluids in him immediately. Like I'm so thankful for them. And vet techs, historically, vet techs and vets, they get treated horrible. And that job is so hard. I honestly can't even imagine doing it myself. And I know they get treated bad by people because it's expensive and people are stressed out and people love their dogs and their animals and they like take it out on customer service people. I know that, so I'm not that person and I never will be. But I'm learning things so that in the future, if my dog is, if Duckie has diarrhea, I'm not going to be like, nah! Even blood. If they have blood, you should take them to the vet no matter what, honestly. But it can also be worms. It can be colitis. It could be a lot of different things. They're not necessarily dying if they're bleeding out of their butt. I just feel like I need to say that. But what was I saying? Oh, the red flags I experienced when he was on steroids, because I use CBD, obviously. I have doggy CBD, and I was like, I called the vet. I'm like, hey, can I give him this to calm him down? Because, you know, the steroids were making him anxious. And they're like, we don't condone giving them anything, but the doctor can call you in like Klonopin or something. I'm like, why would that be better than this? I mean, this is natural or whatever. So that would, to me, was like, okay. I won't give him CBD. I am giving him CBD because it's helped him a ton. He like calms him down. It's helped relax him. It helps his joints. He's got bad hips, bad knees because he's fat. Like we're trying to make sure he's comfortable, and I don't want to give him more drugs. Like, hello, I don't want to do that. So that was my first like, okay, I didn't, whatever. And then the second time I was like asking about the deworming medication. What did I say? Oh, we were scheduled, like I dropped the poop off and she's like, oh yeah, there's also this $400 test that we can do. But this is prior, I already called, showed them the worms. I'm like, hey, there's worms in his poop. And they're like, okay, bring the poop in. Like we'll do a full panel, like the most expensive panel you can get to check for every single type of worm. And then the lady's like, yeah, but you know, sometimes even if there's worms in the actual poop you brought in, they can't find them because they have to find the eggs. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she was like, but there is this test we can do because he's having such bad stomach issues. It's like $400 and they check your dog's stomach for like COVID, all these things. I'm like, huh? I was like, he has worms in his poop. Like, why don't we check the worms first? Turned out it was worms. So I feel like, not that I got duped necessarily, but I definitely feel like some a little bit, like they profited off my panic. And I want to save y'all some time and money on that. Check the poop. When in doubt, check the poop. That was a lot. Feels good to get that off my chest. All of that to say, the food thing, I also was like, well, since maybe he's having allergic reaction to food, he's not. Maybe we can make his food. You would have thought I said, let's tie him to the rooftops and swing them around. They were like, absolutely not. We don't condone making the food. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, food is food. Dogs eat food. I can't make him food. They're not on board for that. And I've done a lot of research now, and I'm like, I definitely want to make his food. Number one, it's less expensive. Number two, it's better for them from everything that I've seen. And number three, do you make your dog's food? And if you have or do, please let me know like what you follow as far as like recipes or what is best on your dog's stomach. If they have a sensitive stomach, let me know, because I just feel like there is absolutely no way. Why would they not want us to make his food? I mean, obviously it has to be done correctly. I'm not trying to make him sick, and I'm not going to feed him linguine like Alfredo. I'm obviously going to feed him things that are made for dogs. But they were so not on board with that. So I'm thinking either farmer's dog or making food. I am new here, okay? But I have felt a calling to really dive into the rescue space and like fostering and just making sure that these animals get homes, because there's so many of them everywhere and they need love. And it just really was hard. It was really hard, and I learned a lot. That's really what has taken over my entire month, is just keeping Duckie alive. Losing Trixie the way that I lost her, I know like people lose their parents. I know, I've talked about that in the video when I talked about losing Trixie. I'm thankful. All my human beings are fine. God, thank you. But losing Trixie was the hardest, most traumatic thing I've ever been through. Honestly, really was. It was awful. And I genuinely thought that was going to be our story for Duckie. And it was like right after Trixie died in January. Like, I'm not ready. Okay, I'm not okay. I cannot do this. It was a lot. It was a lot. And all of that to say, just go get a fecal on your dog. But that's what's been going on. And I wanted to share because I'm new here. I feel like a new mom. I'm like, what do? I don't know what to do. And to save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at a veterinarian's office, I can't believe how much money we spent on this dog. He's like the Rolls Royce of pups right now. And I would do it again. If you see me out there popping this ass, popping the asshole. That's from Jump Street. Finger popping each other's assholes. When you see my Helix videos, just know, all right? I gotta take care of this dog. I was this close to fostering somebody from the same rescue for a pal for him, and I still might. But I need to be financially aware that shit can go down. Trixie was just an angel. I had no idea that dogs could even get sick or have bad teeth. He has bad teeth too. He has horrible teeth. Horrible. I've never had a dog with bad teeth before. They used to just comment all the time on how great Trixie's teeth were. Did I ever brush that dog's teeth? Absolutely not. Never. I didn't know you were supposed to brush dogs' teeth. That's the dog you get in your 20s, girl. I'm just saying. I got that dog when I was like 24 years old, not even. I didn't know you're supposed to brush their teeth, and I didn't know that. They get dental work. There's dog cardiologists. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I do now. It's like they saw this 30-something who is a psychopath who's freaking out in their office, and they're like, I got a fake Louis Vuitton. I don't know if it was the bag. Like, I am not money bags. This is fake. It was so stressful. The only good things that came from it is that he's okay now. I learned a lot, and I lost a lot of weight being stressed. And then we come out of that in the world. What the fuck is going on? 5 years ago, I sat in this same car. Was it this car? It was a car, my car. And I was crying. I'm like, Australia's on fire. This is so stressful. Yeah. COVID happened like 5 months later. And I just feel like I've been in a perpetual state of what in the actual flying fluke is going on. What is going on? I'm turning 35 next week. I'm turning 35. That's exciting. I think I'm having a crisis. I think I'm having a midlife crisis because I'm just like so overwhelmed with trying to raise children, and not just like they're great kids, but like therapy, insurance, like all of these things, trying to make sure that they are okay for the future. And I don't know what the future even looks like. That felt really good. But of course we persist, we carry on, because what, dinner still has to be cooked, laundry still has to be folded, bills still have to be paid. I still have to be happy, fun mom, even when I'm like overwhelmed with everything that's going on. I'm overwhelmed. There's too much. We were not meant to consume all of this. We were not meant to know every single thing that's going on in every single place, everywhere. It's too much. And I'm feeling it. I feel like I'm starting to kind of come back to myself. But this last month, I was like on top of everything else and the dog. I literally just hovered and helicoptered over that dog for a month trying to save his life. I'm like, he's still pooping blood. Like him pooping blood as long as he did before we found out that it was the worms. It was too much. 2 weeks. You know how stressful it is to watch something you love poop out blood? Stressful, beyond. If you have any kind of anxiety about anything. But like I talked to the owner, the person who runs the pointer rescue. And when I talked to her originally about what was going on with Duckie, the day it happened, she mentioned colitis. And like colitis can be brought on by worms. And she mentioned that like immediately, and she was right. And the vets were wrong. So now I'm just like, hey, dog people, what's up? Because I feel like there's way more normal dog people, especially people who rescue dogs and run rescues and like humane societies and stuff. They're like in it. They know. They don't panic. Don't panic. We have to keep it together. Speaking of keeping things together, we got to be better, faster, stronger. I'm talking to us. So every day of my 35th year of life, John and I have been walking every single day. We do not skip a day. We're going every single day. And I plan on year 35 is walking every day. So I also need you guys to leave me a walking pad down below. Please. How y'all doing? Was that a lot? Was that too much? I just wanted to catch you up. Life be lifing, you know? We will see you really soon because we're doing Everett's big boy room. And I'm going to share that with you because the 90s house is in full effect. We are having a Roseanne style Nancy Meyers movie vibe, and Everett is finally getting his big boy room. So that's going to be a project we're working on together, and I can't wait to do it with you. So we're going to see you really soon. Thanks for listening to me vent. I really appreciate it. This is always very therapeutic for me. Very thankful that I can just blah, 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 and then move on with my day. Like I'm going to go inside and I'm going to go work out and continue on. But it does feel really good to get this off my chest. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys in the next video soon. It really will be soon. Love you. Bye.